Hello everyone, Cards with Michael here. Today we have Zendikar Rising! Yeah, exciting. Notably, this box was printed in June 2020, and of course it was made in Japan. So we will be seeing the rare first. Sorry for everyone that doesn't like that. That's just how it's gonna be. Today's case, or today's booster box, draft box opening is sponsored by Mythic. Yeah, I did make a slip this time. I got too excited. I went straight into the video recording the moment I got these guys. It's been an exciting time. I'm definitely not the first person to do one of these videos, by the way. It is, I don't even know who it is, but one of my best friends, Cracking Packs from MTG, did one of them. And I'm going to put the little link to it right now. So if you haven't, go check him out. Or check him out after the video. I'll probably put in the end screen as well, just because he is a fan. He's a friend. He's family, basically. And I love supporting family. Anyways, we're going to open this guy today and see how we do. Look at that. Look at Jace. So cunning. Doing Jace things. All right. Let's quickly put this case away. Today's going to be an exciting day, of course. Ooh, just whacked. I say today's going to be an exciting day because, well, we're also going to open one of these guys, a set booster. But we'll do that in a bit. Let's open this draft booster first before they get too stale and too old. Excited. All right, let's lower the camera just a little and get right to it. So this is a booster box opening of Zendikar Rising. New set. Has anyone had a chance to watch some of the early streamers play it? It's looking to be it's just a tad slower than maybe what you're used to as a set. Oh, look. Okay, so this is kind of that new technology that I have noticed. And this band, basically, it looks really innocuous, but it has a good mission. And that mission is to keep this box topper from flicking around, from becoming a Pringle, from, just losing value. All right, 36 booster packs. Let's get right to it. So once again, these are made in Japan, so they have that weird, they have a pull tab right here. I'll show you guys in the next one. But from watching Matt from Cracking Packs, he had no issues opening these. So I imagine I too will have no issues. Sorry, just adjusting where I put my trash can. I'm actually doing an inverted opening. Usually I'm on the other side of this desk. That's my computer and everything. But today I'm doing this side so I can have better lighting. All right, so right off the bat, we have a Throne of Makindi and also this full art. Ooh, gorgeous planes. All right. Throne of Makindi's our first rare. Didn't even realize they had printed that. And oh, yeah, here we go. Saloon Division. All right. My video is going to be about 30 minutes long for you guys who are watching. I do like to enjoy the art on the cards on this first release, first opening. I paused long enough so that you can pause and read the card if you haven't. And I do talk about cards I really like. For example, Adventure Awaits. I'm a big fan of this card. Look at that. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature and put it in your hand. If you didn't, draw a card. I love that modifier. I think that's what makes this card so much better than the rest. Because sometimes with these type of cards, you whiff, you don't get what you want, right? And it just is a terrible feels bad. But this, no matter what, you get to draw a card. And you also get that optionality. Top 5 cards, you don't want any of those creatures. Might as well free roll and get the 6. Chilling Trap, yep. Warriors, Deliberate, and here we go. A first showcase card, Territorial Scythe Cat. Oh man. There's another common one in whites that also puts a +1/+1 counter. And so white and green are the value engines of landfall, whereas green-red are the more aggro elements of landfall. All right. And on to the next pack. I know, 4 minutes into the video, Michael, you only opened a single booster pack. But I want you guys to appreciate these cards. I promise you we'll be opening packs faster and faster and faster as the season gets along. But for now, wow, look at that. A foil Hagra Mauling. Let's look at the other side. Oh, look at this. That is so nice. Isn't that nice, guys? I think this card's going to be played so often. So often. Look at that. Oh, man. The fact that it can come... There we go. Turn 1 play. Look at how beautiful that is. That you know, it's hard to express, but I love these dual lands. And Scoot Swarm, oh, look at that cutie. Look at that. Oh, man. Umara Wizard, all right. Another, so every single pack, if you've noticed, has one of these tap land. These are called dual, modal, dual face, modal double-sided, whatever. Modal double-sided cards I think is good enough. And I think they're just going to be an amazing part of Limited. Each pack has one, so every draft, if you imagine, you'll be on average getting 3. How did I come up with that number? Well, you're opening 3 packs and there's 3. But foils don't count. So that pack, this is pack 2, by the way, and we got a foil, dual, modal double face card and a non-foil. Here we have Skyclave Geopeat. So like I mentioned, the green-red variants are going to have +2/+2, whereas the white-green typically have +1/+1 counters. So these are more aggro-oriented, and the white-green ones are a little bit more, you know, let's get our opponent deado. The value is there, gone. All right, Lithoform Blight. Of course, people talked about this being the Phyrexian oil. We'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. All right. And yeah, here we go. Anti-Cognition, Oblivion's Hunger, Kabira Outrider. So there are cards that care about you having a party, which is a cleric, rogue, wizard, warrior. And there are cards that care about you just having another cleric or another wizard or another warrior or another rogue. So there we have it. See, another warrior. And here we have that common signpost card. It also gets +1/+1 counters. The green one is going to be a little bit better because it is more aggressively costed. But this is still not bad. And another showcase card. I'm going to keep a separate pile just for these showcase cards. A squid. Art is amazing. Card is, it's okay. It's all right. And we'll keep opening. We'll keep opening, guys. I prefer the method I just showed you of opening these packs because I find that the pull tab, it's like possible for it to ruin the cards that you know. Okay, so double face cards seems like the exact what Wizards is calling these. All right. That token, by the way, was not. This is not a token. This is actually magic back, so that if you're not using sleeves, you can just use these for your double face cards. And here we have another rare Magmatic Channeler. All right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Saloon Division. Okay, we got that. We got a repeat already. Oh, look at the art. I want to appreciate all the art, but I also want you guys to not fall asleep on this video. So I gotta keep it going, you know. Oh, and I think this card's gonna be an all-star. I think it's gonna be seeing play in actual standard. Just watch and wait. Just watch and wait. Here we go. We have cards like this are kind of hard to evaluate because depends on if you have equipment, and black-red is kind of one of the peripheral equipment decks. Got a rogue here, another cleric, and here's the classic equipment that you don't want to play in turn 1. I think that actually will be one of the better equipments. All right, got a Spitfire Lagak, and here we go. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. 1 mana 0/1 gets +2/+2 on landfall. Sometimes that attacks as a 4/4 or a 4/5 on turn 2. And by sometimes, I mean practically all the time if you're running the right deck. Of course, that's more of a constructed thing, all right? That's more of a constructed thing. And by constructed, I mean standard or modern. Totally forgot that this card was a thing. Little foil tint guy. Another Hagra Mauling, all right. And what is, oh, I don't like that some of these cards are a little bit damaged there. All right. Marasa Sprouting. This card's going to be an all-star. Look at that. 5 mana, return a card to basically Eternal Witness. Grow Tag, a Night Runner. Kind of value in a red card that almost gives you card advantage. It's like, you don't see that too much. You don't see that too much. All right, Skulker. Got some of this common stuff. And yeah, we do start speeding up in the video itself. So if you are getting tired of this and you haven't, and you're like, even 2x speed Michael is not fast enough for me. Just know that as we start seeing all the commons, we don't need to go through every single one. Oh, guys, I think they did a really good job with the art. Wow, and our first mythic is one of the most, I think it's going to be one of the most valuable mythics. Shatterskull Smashing. Why, you say? Well, it can come into the play untapped. And it's a big bonker spell. Look at that. It may deal X damage divided as you choose among up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. All right. It doesn't deal damage straight up to players, but it's at the worst a land. And if you're playing that red aggro deck, This is the kind of spice that you like. Kind of spice that you like. All right. I wish this said, put it into your hand, but it says put on top of your library. If you haven't read it, just pause the video and give it a good read. Ah, yeah, so green is the tertiary color of all party members, but it does have two of these creatures that basically fulfill any member of your party. Note that this does not count as the entire party. You can only count as one of them, but it replaces whichever one you need. All right, another equipment. I think this card's gonna be an all-star. It is also a wizard. All right, utility knife, yep. This is gonna be another pack one, pick one. Oh my gosh, these two are on the same print sheet? That's so painful. They effectively do similar things, right? But like Royal Eruption is sorcery speed, so you can't instant speed it, but you can hit players with it. So, you know, sometimes you can finish them off. Cleric of Chill Depths. But in limited, I would pick the one that deals 4 damage and instant speed. And oh my god, that pack was insane for limited. It had like basically 3 of the best removals at common. So interesting how that one will go. That one basically will influence people to go into black-red. Almost assuredly. If you don't take that red common, someone else will. And so you got to keep that in mind when playing limited. Got another foil here. All right. Archon of Emeria, one of the hate birds. Can I call them hate birds? Is that acceptable? All right. Here we go. I do like a little harken back to Seagate here. Remember, this was where the big battle happened in the original series. And now they are restoring it. We'll see that in another card, potentially. Although that card is also mythic. Yeah, if you haven't watched my series on the lore, catching you up to what is going on in Zendikar Rising, please give it a look. I'll put the little thing up right here. You should be able to see that. Legion Angel, all right. The Recovery, I think this card's going to be insanely good as well. But I think I'm very high. I'm very, very high on these... what are they called? Modal double-faced cards. I'm super high. I just think that they're going to be... Look at that Smite the Monstrous. Whoa. Looks like Gandalf. But that is definitely not how the Battle of Balrog went. In the mines of Moria. All right. And on to the next pack. Why not? Got a mountain here. Yasharn Implacable Earth. All right. All right. This card will be seeing play and constructed. That's my opinion. Because it comes into play, you get two basic lands and it's 4/4. It's just like, it's a nice thing to ramp into in the mid game, like on turn 3. Playing this just feels really, really unbeatable when you're playing like a ramp deck. And that second ability is actually pretty good. There's a bunch of sacrifice decks right now that are running wild, and so yeah, it's gonna be a good card, guys. And I think this is gonna be a card seeing play too. I mean, look, control decks love this. It's always going to be good. In the control mirror, it's a land. In the aggro mirror, it's just exactly what you want. And you can play it in the main board. Oh, goodness gracious. And everyone's favorite crab is back. Look at that. Yeah, the mill crab, Hedron crab, was the original, of course. And this guy gets to mill each opponent. So not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. Negate. Gnarlid Colony is back. All right, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, geez. I am sorry. We are so slow. I gotta keep running. All right. We'll speed it up a little. Oh, we can't speed up now. Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients, borderless. These are possible. You can even get a foil borderless one in these packs. Oh, that is a spicy pull, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, congrats, Mikey. Mike Mythic, of course. Didn't call you Mike Mythic for nothing. All right, here we go. Another dual land, basically. Or, sorry. Why is it so hard to say it? Modal double-sided card. We'll just call him a double-sided card for our sanity purposes. All right, and on to the next, That pack was amazing. You know what? We should appreciate this just a tad more. Can we? Look at that. This is my favorite card of the set, in case you're wondering. So I'm really happy that we pulled it. And my favorite art, too. Of course, I would want it in foil. But, some people don't want it in foil, so good for you. I am a shiny guy. All right. A mountain. Akira! Fearless Voyager. Akira and Narset were part of that trio in the teaser video, if you haven't watched that, just I guess just Google Zendikar Rising. Look at this art, Dreadworm. Oh man, I like it so much. You guys have no idea. I'm a big fan of this new art, and I can't wait to open a collector booster and get some of these in foil, because there will be so many of these in foil. Every single collector booster has at least one of them in foil. Spitfire Legak, all right. Inscription of Insight, all right. For blue to have a big thing like this, that's awesome, but the fact that it's sorcery does not help blue. Of course, that's my opinion. Roiling Regrowth, I think, is going to be insanely good, okay? Because that is potentially, we're looking at 3 landfall triggers in 1 turn. It is, of course, a throwback to Harrow, but we don't need to talk too much about that. All right, the Chronicler, look at that. What a cool guy. All right. The Spikefield Hazard, also definitely 100% will be seeing play. That 1 damage is sometimes the difference between winning and losing. Relic Golem, also sweet card. Spare Supplies, I love this card. I wish it were also an equipment that you could just straight up sacrifice. It's like an equipment that you can equip to something and it just like does nothing, right? It does nothing until you need it. Until you sacrifice it, you get to draw a card. But until then, you just like, all you're doing is getting an equip out of it. Wayward Guide Beast, all right. Malakir Rebirth, okay. And here we go. Oh, Blood Beckoning, I think will be a really good card. By the way, the grindy decks will want it. And Reclaim the Waste, I think, is also pretty good. Okay. Not as good, obviously, as like actual cards that ramp, but you know, sometimes you just want an extra land. All right. Okay, actually, I take it back. That card's not going to be as good as I just said. Ooh, a little Pathway action. Okay, these are the lands that can come into play. In case you don't know how these work, when they're in your hand, all right, you can choose to have it come into play as this side or this side. And both sides are coming into play untapped. So this is remarkable amounts of flexibility, all right? But they do not have the land types. So they're not like, shock lands in that aspect. They're not like dual lands in that aspect, if that makes sense. All right. Yeah, we'll keep opening. Guys, also some feedback on audio and the quality of this. This is a different... Oh my gosh. Here we go. Big Daddy Leyline Tyrant. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This will definitely be one of the chase mythics of the set. And look at that. Our 3 mythics are all been insanely good. Insanely good. Vine Gecko. This guy's going to be really good as well, of course, in the kick deck, which is a blue-green base. But, I would play a 2/2 for 2 mana with upside any day of the week. Literally any day of the week. Because, well, I like playing Magic any day of the week, so... Alright, on to the next. So far, 3 mythics, and they've all been really good. Leyline Tyrant, Shadow Skull, Nahiri. This is a good booster pack. Box. Grek Maw, Skyclave, Ravager. We always seem to have one of these guys. Every set, we have a blue, black, green Hydra that's like really good and limited. Should be one of the things on the bingo board. Mind Carver. Alright. It's I wish this card also incidentally milled a little bit. That would kind of give it a little bit more oomph. Because as it stands, it's just +1/+0 until like closer to the late game. All right, here we go. Sneaking guy. I just realized the name is like kind of reminds me of a Goblin Guide. All right. Oh, look at that, a construct token. There's a rare that makes that. Hey, a foil showcase. Look at that. I love it. All right. Oh, Inscription of Dominance. So, yeah, they gave green the instant inscription. I wish green was a sorcery. Blue. I guess green deserves it, right? I mean, Green hasn't had any good cards all year. We haven't had like a Euro or anything for so long. It's been literally days. Hey, look at this art. Oh, I love this frame so much. Who did this? Roman, thank you so much for this art. Thank you, art director, for coming up with this frame. I'm a big fan. I am just the biggest fan. All right, on to the next pack. If you're not watching this at 2x speed, I think you have a lot of time today. Maybe too much. Oh, so this is going to be insane. Look at that. 3 mana, attach target creature you control, +2/+2 flying and first strike. What? What? That's pretty good, guys. That is an example of a very powerful card. Ooh, that feels so like, it feels almost like it's a miss ink or something. All right, on to the next. About halfway through the box, I would say. If you do open packs this week, can you let me know, are your packs also these Japanese packs, the rare first? Just out of curiosity. It's more of a curiosity thing. The Dreadmaw. Love that detail on these blocks. By that's how you spell Lewis? Laius? Interesting. Felidar Retreat, another bomb rare. Look at that. Oh man, just pause it for a little bit, read that, and just understand that is just insane amounts of value. Insane. All right. Especially when you have these double-sided cards that potentially, you know, can, I think this will also be played a lot in Standard. That will also, no, double-sided cards that are all lands. All can be lands. So you have access to more lands in this limited format than usual. So land wall cards I would evaluate differently from previous sets. And also more importantly, you don't have to decrease the number of, ooh, look at that aura. You don't have to decrease the number of actual playable cards. So cards like Kabira Takedown are just going to be really good. IMO. Oh, and this, of course, Fearless Fledgling. Look at that. It's flying as well. This card's going to be an all-star. Super all-star limited. All right. I think I'm a white-green player in this format. I was a blue-green player in core set. Like, I basically, to get to Mythic, I started forcing blue-green. I would just, like, hardcore force it. I rarely... Oh! Whoa. A Lotus Cobra Mike Mythic. This box has been pretty solid. I don't know what this is worth, all right? But this is a rare showcase version of a card that actually sees constructed play and cube play. So I'm happy to pull that. Colony Ambush. Look at this art. Look at that poor little Gobbo. He's not long for this world is the best way to describe it. All right, and we'll keep going. You know, booster packs these days are less and less exciting. Ooh, less and less exciting to open was what I was going to say, but you know, still get some cool stuff like that. Oh, another Mythic Ancient Green Warden. Look at that. Oh, they made sure all the Mythics in this were just super solid. You may play lands from your graveyard, it's already good. And if a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control the trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, man. Oh, boy. We're in for a good season, guys. Limited-wise, I have not played this set yet, so I can't comment how fun it is. But usually sets like this are always fun at the beginning until you get tired of them. So I'm excited. The only reason sometimes they're not fun is if there is too much imbalance in the colors, which I could foresee. I can kind of see that potentially happening. I think specifically, I think blue-black might be like the rogue mill deck might just be a little too weak in actual draft. Either that or the red-white warrior deck. I need to watch those decks kind of get played out, but those are just my early thoughts. McKindy Stampede. I think white, for example, has so many solid rares. It's bomb rares that really make sealed kind of a different story than limited. Also, just how synergistic the set is. This set is extremely synergistic in my opinion. Not as, like, nothing is going to be as, like, synergy. Ooh, what is this? A fearless fledgling. Ah, doesn't look as fearless. Looks like an eagle in this one, not a griffin. But, yeah, that's a cool one, guys. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. All right. And on to the next. On to the next. All right. Hopefully we can get another. Whoa. Oopsie daisies. Hopefully we can get another. Oh, what was that? That was a taunting arbor mage. All right, we did another pathway card, River Glide Pathway. They're all called Pathway on both sides, by the way. Lava Glide Pathway. Hopefully we get another borderless planeswalker. That was really exciting to open Nahiri this early into the season. I think if you look up its value in TCG Player, it's probably something bonkers, like 30 bucks, something like that. That card's not gonna be worth 30 bucks, guys. Just wait. Give it a couple weeks. We'll be picking them up for a lot cheaper. There's no paper magic, all right? There's nothing keeping that thing up in value, and people are gonna sell it when they get it. All right, Swarm Shambler. Kind of like a Hangerback Walker, but, it just has this extra ability, or also just, I guess it's a little bit better. It's a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Not terribly high in that card. All right, Akroom Warrior. Of course, it's also because the counters deck, which is a modern deck, green-white counters, is already a little bit tight. Like, there's not much chaff in it, so I can't really imagine too much. Upgrade, downgrading, but I could be wrong. I'm not the type of player. I'm not a constructive player. Happy to admit that I could be wrong. Null Priest of Oblivion. I will be playing this in my Pioneer Cube, the foil extended art version, of course. People have been commenting in the MTG Cube or whatever about potentially seeing this in play. Pioneer Cube, awesome. I'll play it there all day, all day, all day. I say. Ooh, another. All right. I'm a fan. All right. That's probably tired of hearing me say that I'm a fan of that kind of stuff. So why bother? I'm just going to go ahead. Appreciate it in silence. Another Pathway. This side is the red-white one. Needle Verge Pathway. I will go a little bit faster. Canyon Jorboa. Look at that. Reminds me of all these wildebeests remind me of Lion King. I'm a fan of that, but it does tug at your heartstrings, Got that father-son relationship thing going on. Being a king is nice and stuff, but, that father-son relationship, that's really what tugs at you. Goblin Construct. I'm glad that they started making tokens for everything. What's this? Skyclave Apparition. All right. And here we go. These double-sided cards are just so good. Every time I look at I just look at the possibilities of having decks that can support all this kind of stuff. Like, I just think if you're not playing, I can see this being played in like Legacy. That's how good I think this card is. Definitely in the cube. Get in the cube. That's gonna be my phrase for a lot of these. Just because I want to make this Pioneer Cube work. I've been trying to build one since Ikoria. And set after set, I never get a break. Like, I think I'm almost done filming Double Masters. Oh, another Mythic, all right. Draina, the Last Blood Chief. Draina, the Mythic to return again. This one is less aggressive, much more of a limited card, in my opinion. Unless you can get it haste, then we're talking. Obviously, if you give it haste and stuff, then we're talking like Commander. Prowling Felidar. The showcase arts on these are going to be so nice. I've never considered this, but I actually am considering buying or paying for our first foil land. That's nice. Every single collector pack is going to come with these, so these are actually not going to be as valuable as they used to be. Oh boy, Thief of Heartbeat Zagras. This is going to be one of those guys that you just lose to in Limited. I guarantee you. You're going to win with it or lose to it. The game is going to end very fast, so no worries there. It saves time for both players. You play it, you win. You don't play it, you get played on, you'll lose. And you press that Q button again because you're playing on MTG Arena, and you move on for your day. Nahiri's Lithomancers, Lithoforming. Interestingly, that just lets you draw cards, so you don't actually put lands into play. So it's different from what Nissa does, right? Nissa destroys lands and rebuilds lands. Nahiri, we'll see what happens in this story, all right? No time for story time today. We're just gonna, ooh, look at that cutie. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Don't get honey potted, guys. Don't get honey potted. All right, 2 more packs, and then we get to do the box hoppers. Like I said, guys, this is a 30-minute video. I know the type of content that I do is long, but you know, it's the release week, guys. Give me a break. I want to enjoy this. This is my first time seeing these cards too, so I want to enjoy this stuff with you. Oh my gosh. I want this. I want the full art of this. I want a poster. I want to buy this art. Randy Vargas. Dang it. It's going to be an expensive one. I've never bought art before. I'd be a first timer, but this is Randy Vargas. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's so cool. I love everything that this stands for. It is ramp on one side, land on the other. I know that those are 2 similar things, so it's not like you're really making a choice, but I love that flexibility. I guarantee you green decks in standard will be playing 4 of these. That want to ramp at least. I want to ramp. Just because both modes are what you want to be doing. All right, and our last rare is a Shatter Skull Charger. All right. Red has a lot more haste creatures that are strong this time around than usual. Spitfire Legak. Look at that. Legak. Here we go. On to what you guys might have been waiting for. Oops. Here we go. Zendikar Rising Expedition Box Topper. Sealed product, not for resale. I guarantee you these are going to be resold on eBay. This is kind of where a lot of the value of these draft boosters is going to be as we enter later and later into the season. And boom! Cavern of Souls! Mike Mythic! This is like literally one of the most valuable box toppers. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to ship this off to you. Wow, that is actually just... Oh, I love this frame as well. Oh man, everything about this. All right, we'll end the video with just me holding this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as I mentioned, catch me soon. We'll be opening this basically right now and then uploading these guys as soon as I can. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great Friday and see you on the next one.